Ooh. Ooh, what is this?
What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Tyler's Real Fishing. Today, as you guys have seen from the intro, we're going to be doing something with Bass Pro Shops. Now, if you guys, I'm sure you've seen this magazine before, if you've ever clicked on a Bass Pro Shops ad on Facebook, if you ever ordered a lure online, I mean, heck, if you ever walked into a Bass Pro Shops, you've probably received one of these magazines in the mail. Now you think, I don't want to get some advertisement in the mail, but these magazines are pretty sweet. They have everything that Bass Pro Shops sells and makes in this magazine, so it's like a fisherman and hunter's dream. I mean, they got jigs, containment things, some
string,
fishing line. Good try.
I mean,
Lights.
LED lights.
All sorts of stuff.
Boots.
But got some rubber boots. So everything you could possibly want as a fisherman or an outdoorsman is in this magazine. Now, most people, as you guys have seen on YouTube, have been doing the Bass Pro Shops $50 challenge. That means you go to Bass Pro Shops, so you get the magazine or order online, and you order $50 worth of lures. You go out there and you try to see how many bass you can catch on those lures. It's challenging because you only have $50 and you can only buy from Bass Pro Shops. I'm gonna take a whole different spin on that by looking through this magazine and finding the things that you wouldn't think catch fish. I'm sure you've looked through this magazine before and you tell yourself, would that catch fish?
No.
What is that? Why would so that's what we're going to be discovering today, is why Bass Pro Shops or any other companies that are in here would make such wacky lures like that. And do they attract fishermen or do they attract the fish?
I mean, if anybody can catch them on those things, Tyler can.
Oh, thanks, buddy. All right, yeah.
I got you.
So, we're going to place an order of the top 5 or 6 wackiest baits, and we'll get them in the mail for you guys. The box will pop up right here. Whoa, there it is, folks. That order came in freakishly fast. So we're gonna unbox this thing for you guys, and we'll get these baits on the water. So I looked through the Bass Pro Shops magazine for the 5 wackiest lures. I have them here in my hand. We're gonna unbox them, John B style. Make it a pizza. It's probably not too safe. There we go. Slice right down the middle. This is really hard. You should have picked a sharper object. Okay, scratch that. We're just gonna tear it out. So lure number 1 out of the box is the Bass Pro Shops XTS, which stands for Expert Tournament Series. It's a tiny little crankbait. I don't know if it'll focus there. We're gonna see if it works. I'm gonna take it out of the package for you. I looked at this thing and I thought, what in the world? It's basically like a crawfish, I think, maybe. It's more like a booger, but I mean, it does look like a slimy booger. Bait number 2 is the Expert Performance Series Pop and Tube. This bait I'm actually excited for. Looks like it comes with a somewhat nice hook, and it is a tube on a popper. But of course, you look at it and you tell yourself, this is not gonna catch fish. We're gonna test it out. Lure number 3, Crazy Bug Laser Eye. And it is a crankbait that has some little appendages on it. It's like a chatter crank, I guess you could call it. It's got some little appendage thingies on there like that. And so we're gonna give it a try, see if it works. Next bait, I wanna kinda go a little bit different than all the hard baits I had so far. And so I got the Heart Tackle Swim Jig. Now this jig has 2 blades on the sides, and you'd think, why would you need Colorado blades like a spinner bait on the side? I didn't know either. It's got two complete separate blades on the sides, and it's like free swinging. Look at those blades right there. So we're gonna try out this swim jig, see if it catches fish. It comes with a nicely pre-rigged trailer. One more, we got the Bass Pro Shops Tournament Series Tube Craw. Now I kind of had to pick a soft plastic, but none of them were crazy enough out there. This one was the craziest that I saw, and it was just very interesting because it is a tube, but it also has craw appendages. So we're gonna give this a try. And you know what, y'all? We're gonna throw it on the #1 least rated fishing line in the history of fishing lines, Berkley Vantage Fluorocarbon. I actually haven't had any problems with this in the past. I've used it once, which is probably not good enough testing to use it once, but I didn't lose a single fish and my lures didn't vanish as the name suggests. So we're gonna throw all the lures in Berkley Vantage and we will see you guys on the water. Woo! What is up, guys? We are on the water this morning. It is a few days later from when I filmed that last little part. And we were on a nice little lake today that me and my friend Clark fish a lot. You know, it has a lot of fish in it. We'll see if they bite these wacky Bass Pro Shops lures. I think we're gonna start today in the morning with the pop-in tube. As you guys can tell, I think this bait's for saltwater, maybe for tarpon or trout or some kind. You know, I think this bait really imitates the freshwater squid that we have here in America. So I'm gonna give it a try. I think I'll be able to catch them first cast because they usually bite topwater first cast. And this bait actually looks pretty good, so we'll see you in a sec. Dang, I didn't know there were so many bugs around here. Got one. Yes! All right, bait 1 is done. I saw this guy waking towards it, so I just kind of let it sit there. And you guys can tell these are Florida strain bass stocked in here, and you got the hook nice and deep. So, bait #1 of the Bass Pro Shops Makes What challenge is complete. So the second bait I'm gonna throw, as you can tell here, is this tiny little crawfish crankbait. I think it was meant for crappie, but it was in the bass section, so I'm assuming it's for bass as well. Hopefully we'll catch giant, but these hooks, I'm not too sure about those. They're a little iffy. But I'm throwing it on spinning gear today. That way I can get it farther. I don't have a whole lot of faith in this one. Oh, come on. That was a better cast. No way. Yes. Yes. Oh, I got it. Yes, got this one out of the way. Oh my goodness. This is actually a bigger bass in the top water, and he ate that thing. I mean, he straight chomped it. Ah, oops. He flipped out of my hand. All right, well, I was definitely not expecting to catch that bass right away. Man, maybe this will be a new secret of mine. A new pond secret. It only casts about 6 feet, but if there's a fish there, he'll probably bite it. Let's give him a proper release. There you go. Now, you know what? Since these fish are pretty active, it seems, they hit a topwater and a crankbait within the first, 5 minutes of being here. I'm gonna throw this other crankbait. It's the Bass Pro Shops jig crank. That's what I call it. I don't even know what it is. It has those weird jig strands on the sides. It's like feathers. As you can see, 2 of them already fell off, so the quality is about C-. But we are going to attempt to catch another one from this little section of bank. I think this bait is going to dive too deep for a pond, but I'm going to slow roll it this time. Alright, it's like I'm getting weeds every single cast with this bait. So I'm not going to throw this one until I get to the deeper section of the lake. I'm gonna switch back to this jig. This swim jig, I forgot who it's made by. We're gonna see if it can catch us some bass. What have I got there? Oh, I got snodgrass. I'm really feeling like it's gonna be a challenge to get a fish on this swim jig. It's just a little heavier than I was hoping for. And this is a pretty weedy pond, so we shall see. Nope. How does this even happen? I'm just taking out a bird's nest, kind of, low down in the spool, and all of a sudden, like a bomb explodes, and it's just line everywhere. Ugh. Yeah, well, while we're on the subject of line, I'm only using Berkley Vantage on my crankbait rod over there, my 2 crankbait rods that had the crankbaits on them. So, hey, they already worked. I didn't want to re-spool some new line on everything. I swear this is the last time I ever used braid backing. Oh, such a pain. See, what happened was, I didn't make a bad cast. The braid backing just had some lumps in it, and it forms the fluorocarbon that's on top of the braid to spool off in an odd speed and fashion. So, you know, that happens. Goodness gracious. I'm back to that weird crawfish crankbait with the little tinsels on the sides. Okay, this is a joke. This is a joke! Maybe it's my cue from the Lord that I should be studying for finals. I got one. I got a fish! Oh my goodness! It is not a big one, but it counts. Is it even a bass? Oh, it's a bass. There we go, baby. As I was jerking this bait, not cranking it, as I was kind of jerking it. Oop. Oh, my bad, y'all. Nope. Stop it, little buddy. Nope, don't do that. World's biggest bass ever. Never give up. So what I did here is I took my braid rod that I was throwing my popper on. Since I don't have a fluorocarbon rod with, you know, heavy line anymore, I took some fluorocarbon from the other rod that I bird nested and made a nice leader. Had a Eugene knot, or not a Eugene knot, some kind of connection knot, I forgot what it's called. And now I'm tying on this baby, the tube craw. This was a bait that, you know, can probably catch fish. It was just the weirdest looking soft plastic they had, so I had to pick a soft plastic of some kind. You gotta be kidding me. I just had a big one swimming off with it. And where'd it break at? Where'd it break at? At the leader. You gotta be kidding me. That line was perfectly fine. Pope. So I have retied, and you know what? To try to complete this challenge, I'm just gonna thread this bait onto this bait. See if I can knock out 2 baits with 1 fish. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know I had a lot of fun picking out the baits that I thought were the craziest and fishing with them. And you know what? This pond has just been a little tough to me lately. It only has small fish. I can't seem to find any ponds around college here that have big fish in them. But I'm working on it, and I will definitely show you guys the ponds that I find later on in my college years. I'm sure when this video comes out, I will be working at camp. So I hope you guys don't miss me too much. I am trying as hard as I can to get out there and film while I'm at camp. It's just that I have a job. And so, man, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Add me on all social medias below. And I'll see you guys next time.